Alright, let's get to the rosters for Season 3. Welcome. I don't know if I figured out that ad schedule thing so you guys get bombarded by ads. I still have no idea how to stop those. So I'm doing it. Let me turn off that random... Oh, shit. Let me fix this. It would be... What would it be? Not that. That. There we go. Okay. Well, there's not a random floating name on the screen. You know, I don't think it's accurate. Let's start, well, I guess Air Force isn't a user team anymore, so I have to change all the coaches and stuff, which is my bad. But if everything looks good and sounds good, then we should be good to go through all the rosters. Starting with Air Force. Top players, Fitz Holland. Quarterbacks, they got Ian Tyson still back from season 1. Jackson Darlington, Baldwin. Bunch of guys that we're not familiar with. Yeah. Roderick Tompkins still there. They got Aldrich Hurley still, but he's not the starter anymore, interestingly enough. Burke at fullback. Cade Harris is still there. Joshua Talley, some names that we've started to see. A lot of freshmen. Nothing really happening at tight end. There's their best player, the left tackle. Not a terrible O-line, actually. Ooh, the D-line has some questions. At Huber looks good. Linebacker's pretty weak, the corner room. Safety is not good at all on either. There's kicker, punters. I think special teams in this is just terrible. Check on this dog real quick. Whoopsies. Alright. Moving on. Sean Cardenas, the new transfer out of FAU. You can't see the screen. Oh. You guys are so right. Thanks, guys, for the... How's this? I can't see my thing because it just shows me the overlay. How's that? Everything good now? Audio still good? We're good? Cool. Back to starting over at Air Force. Top player, Fitz Holland. Their quarterback room, Ian Tyson up there. Some guys we're not really familiar with. Running back room, we have Aldrich Hurley still there from season 1, but he's kind of getting phased out, no longer the starter. Wide receiver room is very young, lots of freshmen. Tight end, nothing stands out there. Their O-line is not completely terrible. They have 2 players in the 80s and some high 70s. We do know that this D-line not very good. Linebacker also needs some work. But their real weakness is here in the secondary. It is very bad. And special teams. Florida State's, everything's kind of out of order with these first few teams until we pass Texas A&M. While I fit all the schedules and stuff. But Sean Cardenas, their new best player, transferred to FAU. The quarterback puts Petey Cash in the back seat. Jordan Travis Jr., third stringer, and D.D. Leak all the way down at 4th. Running back room still headed by Tyson Casson. So their senior transfer, Corey Harley, not going to be starting. Their new freshman, T.J. Owens. They got some really good running room there. Receivers not to be laughed at either, though. Reagan Landry, Hermiston, Chase Mitchell, the freshman, just came in. Nathaniel Holden, Herb Rader, Cecil Kenneth. Like, these are all guys that we saw. Owen Asher, all the way down here. Tight end. Wow, Devin Anthony, really good. I don't think we ever see him. Nolan Berry continues to just be a stud. Actually, I missed a guy there. Warren Gray. Hector Duarte. Get some left end. Ted Carrington, of course, heading that. Now a junior. He's been doing work. Tight end not so strong. Lorenzo Hominick heading that over there. Jonas Rock still in charge of the defensive tackles, but Stuart Mack comes in as a freshman. Linebacker Blick up at the top. Recruited him last season. Michael Kim, a transfer. Ezra Torres. And lots of really good players. Corner room, Spencer Mitchell, Eric Pickett up there. Don't see a lot of these guys. Travis Church, freshman, 83 overall. Demetrius Freeman, we've seen a lot of recently. James Madison, top player. Guy Neal, senior running back, 85 overall. In the quarterback room, it looks like Cam McDowell's lost his job. Dennis Carter out of the transfer portal. Darren Brendan actually fighting with the same overall as him now. Rich Green up there in the 70s, like a huge step forward. Much better quarterback room than they were facing last season. Running back room, Guy Neal, of course, their best player, but Derek Reed, true freshman running back. Number 10 player. Fullback's terrible. One good wide receiver, and then some average guys. And starts going off the rails down here. Tight end, nothing stands out. Not a bad O-line to start. All the starters are at least average. Defensive line, kind of the same thing. Linebacker, Nichols up there. Heath looks fine. Patrick Miller, true freshman, 79 overall. Some weakness here in the secondary. Oh yeah. Not a whole lot going for them there. Very bad punter, as things are. Michigan State. Best player, Kent Shelton. Jordan G., the starting quarterback, the senior. They got Dean Ashton's going to be senior, so... Oh, they got years set for them. After Dudley Tapia left in his redshirt sophomore year. Ralph Krieger still the starter, but Roland Berry actually catching up to him. Not quite as fast, though. Let's see, wide receiver room is just awesome. I mean, Seth Shane is up there. Corey Taylor, Ryan Gordon, we don't really see. And then Alex Mackey. Says he's a 54 overall, but that's a bug. He, it's like it's 80 or something like that. So we're probably going to see huge progression for him in the offseason, only because he's not really 54 overall. Actually, solid tight end room in it. Things are looking good. Wow. Okay, so they have one good position on the O-line. Wow, both of the tackle positions are really good. Defensive line looks good, though. This is easily another 10-win team. Linebacker, some weakness to start, but it looks pretty good now. Secondary continues to just be a weakness of these teams. I got Tomlinson. Probably the best punter we've seen so far. Texas A&M, best player, Andrew Chance. He was already good when he transferred out of Memphis. He's kind of took a back seat for a year. Now he's the starter. Jason Hayden, freshman, 80 overall. Willie Connell. Jason Dennis. Really good quarterback room. And Stern Vogel up there as well, 99 overall. Just loaded offense. The offensive line probably really good too. But the receivers, I mean, yeah, this is just a crazy class headed by Aram Smart and James Madison, 96 overall now. Tight end room, Gerald Aiden leading that. Whitney Guerra transferred out of Auburn, doesn't start though. Left tackle, 92 overall, Philip Snyder, the transfer. Mervyn Brennan. Tate Stevenson, true freshman, 86 overall. Rakeem Merchant, 86 overall. What was with these stacked O-linemen? D-line starting off really good too. Dylan Howard coming back for his senior season. This is just a loaded team. The secondary's not even bad. It's like the first team we've seen with a functional secondary. And now moving on to the actual alphabetical teams. We got Akron. Stavros Carey, the tight end, their best player. This has kind of been an up and down team. They won their division 2 seasons in a row. But last season they were really, really bad. I don't know. I think they could make bowl eligibility looking at some of these guys. They don't really look all that terrible. Now, maybe a little bit. Right tackle's really good. Lots of young players for them. Freshmen, sophomores all around. 60s in the secondary. 3 safeties, all walk-ons. I don't know. I feel like pretty good considering how bad everybody's defense is. You don't really need that good of a defense. Angus Beaver's top player for Alabama. They got Shaw Finley coming up. He'll take over after Beavers is gone. Bradley Dallas. This team's starting off pretty strong. Aldrich up there getting pretty good. Percy Bailey, their best receiver, interestingly enough. Adair in his senior season now. Unlucky. Stern Tinsley and Wayne McCord still there. Voltaire Gonzalez. Some of these original players from the Alabama roster. Well, our original roster from season 1. This team actually looks good. Like, really good. Jeez, man. This team could easily get 9 wins. They should. If everybody's secondary is weak, nobody's is, right? And good kicker punter. Alabama should be a 9-win team. Herman Wang, their best player. Look at him go. He's been there since the start. He's actually their only decent quarterback. App State has had a couple not good seasons. They barely made a bowl, and then they went 1-11 last season. Just not good at all. Whitman Landrum up there, though. This O-line is terrible. From what we've seen of some of these D-lines, this could go south for them. Even they have an 83 overall defensive tackle. Arizona, they have a 92 overall linebacker. Interesting. Odysseus Huddleston. Fun name, but not one of our guys. Actually starting off pretty good. Arizona does not look like that bad of a team. How did they do last season? I don't even remember. I didn't pay much attention to Arizona. I think they went 8-5 in season 1. This could be a decent team. I mean, their star players are kind of pick and choose, but overall, I would not count this team out of anything. Yeah, Could be a pretty good team. Arizona. Let's see. Greg Steffens at Arizona State, their best player. Talbot Ponder's still there for his senior season now. We've got some good quarterbacks to follow him, though, it seems. Avi Hawley transferred out of San Jose State into Arizona State. Interesting. And San Jose State wins the Pac-12 and he still leaves. We'll have to keep our eye on that. Mata. What is it? Charlie Mata? Yeah, Charlie Mata's still there. In their national title run. They didn't quite get it done, but they made it to the national title. He was a big impact player. I think he had like 300 yards receiving against Georgia. Again, this team does not look that bad. I don't know why they did so terrible last season. Maybe they'll be back. They got some problems on defense, but who doesn't? Actually, this is not a bad secondary, all things considered. I don't know, maybe Arizona State is going to be back. Arkansas, 94 overall, Eli Gonzalez. And with Samson Miles gone, Leo Bryan takes over. Solid start. They've been one of the more talented teams. Oh yeah, look at these guys. They've been good. Just for some reason they haven't won games. This might be one of their best seasons. They took down Texas A&M as a bright spot last season. They went 5-7 ultimately. Oh, linebacker would cost them some. Free safety not looking great. Good punter though. Arkansas State didn't even make their conference championship, but they went 11-2. And Brian Ralph, Gustavus Castle is not there anymore. He must have transferred out. I don't think he graduated. It's hard to keep up with the transfer portal when there's so many players. Good defensive line starts. I don't know about that. Well, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Linebackers are average, though. Yeah, that's actually not that bad. Secondary, not completely worthless. I mean, can't take any injuries. But injuries weren't that bad last season. I mean, there was only a couple of players out at a time. The Army's got a 93 overall. And Cardenas, that's a good name. It's Harvard Henderson, 93 overall left tackle. Not seeing much here, really. Not a bad secondary. And again, I say that with all things considered. Yeah, not that terrible in the secondary. Auburn. Lame almost took Auburn, but failed as they lost 80 players to the portal. Maxim Ladd takes over after Leonard Raymond transfers out. Barnaby Person's still there. This team almost beat Georgia last season. Yeah, maybe it is a bullet dodge. They've been struggling. The offensive line did not look that bad. Defensive line off to a decent start as well. Yeah, they might be pretty good on the line of scrimmage. Linebacker looks fine. Well, below average. The secondary. Look at the corners to start off. I mean, safety takes a step back, but it actually might not be that bad. Now, I'm saying that about everybody, but Fleming Fish at a BYU. One of the 99 overalls. Lemuel Barrow up there is a 90. Rutger Wiggins transferred in, but doesn't even get the starting job. There he is, Fleming Fish. He was a Heisman favorite to start the season. Did not quite get that done. Wide receiver room looks pretty good. BYU went, what, 8-5? So, I mean, they're already set up for success. And this just kind of looks like a continuance of that. Probably going to get 10 for the division, honestly. This is a really good defensive line. Lots of freshmen. Corners are fine. Yeah, free safety's not. Strong safety's not. I mean, what can you say? Ball State. We're almost to Baylor. 88 overall wide receiver. Let's see, Daniel Corey. I mean, Ball State really hasn't done much. They started off solid, like 4-1 or something, but we just haven't seen anything out of Ball State in 2 seasons. They've just kind of been a team to ignore. They have some bright spots on the O-line and maybe just some mediocre players on the D-line. Linebacker, not looking good. Oh, they got an 80 overall corner. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see much from this team again. And there's Baylor. Angus Park, the defensive tackle, transferred in, their #1 player. Interesting. Colin Roderick, the starting quarterback there. Whitlock still the starting running back. Darren Rojas up there. Did he transfer in? Lucas Darrow, I think, transferred in, but he did not get the starting job. Left tackle looks really good. Left guard is fine. Center is fine. Not a bad start to the O-line. D-line is... Oh, okay. There's Angus Park making his impact. Off the carry. Linebackers... Okay, they're overall fine. Secondary... You know... It'll do. Alright. And... Let's take care of this dog again. Mind. Alright, keep going through. Boise State up. Yeah, Baylor does not look bad. That's a good start. They started off like 6-1, but then they fell to 7-5 or something. Just a terrible second half of the season. Brady McKay almost won them the game against Air Force on a Hail Mary. I don't know if I've ever seen a good fullback. The offensive line looks fine. And Boise State didn't do bad, did they? I mean, like a 7-8 win team. They're not completely terrible. It's so hard to judge because all these defenses are so terrible everywhere that, I mean, seeing these 60 overalls, you're tempted to say, oh, that's not good, but I mean, comparatively, it's not bad. Boston College won the ACC and immediately fell off a cliff. Ruben Angus. coming them. Cooper Rubin, it's a new player for them. Just in the wide receiver room. And tight ends. Check out the O-line. Okay. We go towards the middle. Defensive line has good player, and then some guys that need some work. Actually, probably one of the better secondaries we've seen as well. Yeah, I mean, that's a fine secondary. Bowling Green. Jeff Coulter? Was he always there? He's not one of our guys, but I swear he was somewhere else. He used to play somewhere else. That offensive line is not looking too hot. Entire secondary in the 60s. 70 overall kicker though, for what that's worth. Buffalo. They 1-12 after their toilet bowl win. Best players, their punter Wes McAllister, to an 80 overall. And they don't really look like a 0-win team at first glance. I mean, not seeing anything that points to 0-12. I guess it looks like a better team than what we just saw. The defensive tackle's not that great. Okay, safeties, free safety. Very bad, but kicker and punter are elite. Did you see that? California. Here's an interesting team. This was a user team from Coach Silly until he just left prior to this season starting. Judith Boggs, their quarterback now. Did they lose their quarterback? I don't know. Solly Bernard's still up there though. And Ronnie Baker should probably be in at wide receiver. Yep, there he is. Charles Bradley. Cameron Stewart, freshman, comes in. Yanaton Fitch still up there. This method of doing rosters is just a completely genius idea from TC. Posting them is such a hassle. Cal looks like a good team. I mean, Cal started off like 5-1, 5-2, something like that. And then they finished 5-7. They look good. I would take Cal, whatever the over-under on Cal is, I'm taking the over. Central Michigan's had some good players, but they haven't done anything special with them. This might actually be one of their weakest rosters. Everybody's got a million left tackles, and everywhere else just not quite that good. I mean, they look fine still. I would probably give them a 7-win season at worst, you know. But, oh, here's a team to talk about. Charlotte gave up like 86 points to USF last season. Reese Jonathan going to be heading them. What are the worst running back room we've seen so far? Wide receiver's actually not that bad, though. Carlos Ford, one of the best recruits in the class, decided to go to Charlotte. We'll have to see. Maybe he fixes something on that team. Although he won't play defense. Defense was something else for them. There's their first 70 overall defensive player. I mean, it's not completely worthless. I don't think they'll be giving up 86 to anybody. No, it's not actually that bad. They got some 70 overall in the secondary. It should be an improvement. Cincinnati, a fun team in the Big 12. Had a first year that went pretty solid. Greg Dukes, senior, and then their quarterback room takes a step back after that, so hopefully he doesn't get injured, and hopefully they find a replacement for him. Wide receiver room looks pretty good. Dario Mertz. Yeah, they don't look that bad. I mean, they did well last season anyway. I think they could do better. This looks like a pretty good team. Till you hit the corners. Probably the rest of the secondary. Oh, yikes. I don't know. I like a lot of their team. Clemson has some 90 overalls. They went 2-10. Mortimer McDowell, transfer out of Indiana, replacing Lazare Hawk was their quarterback. Monty McLean out there now, but he's not the starter. Clemson looks pretty good to start off. It might have been worth giving another shot at Clemson. Moss. This team looks pretty solid. I mean, defensive tackle is their weakest position that we've seen so far. They have one good linebacker, really good linebacker. I mean, they're fine. Good kicker. I don't know. I like Clemson. I would take Clemson to make a bowl. Well, no, I wouldn't, because they can't go bowling. My bad. Oh, Coastal Carolina. They've had 2 really bad seasons. 3 wins and 1 win, or something like that. 4 wins in 2 seasons. Still don't have a super reliable quarterback. Like Stover out there. Maybe he'll make some stuff happen on the ground. But otherwise, this team... got a good right tackle. Coastal Carolina probably not going to be doing much this season. I mean, they have some fine players, but for some reason Coastal just can't get themselves off the ground. And yeah, the defense not great. Corners are fine, I guess. Yeah, the secondary's okay. I mean, 60 overall is like the equivalent of an 80 overall. That's how bad some of these secondaries are. Philip Kieran, leading player at Colorado, 96 overall. Lincoln Rory out there, junior 86 overall quarterback. Colorado, they had a fine season, 8-5 after the bowl win over NC State. I bet you they could do better. I think they'll probably win their division this season. Yeah, we'll probably see some longer kicks There were some really bad kickers and punters. They're slowly improving. The O-line looked okay overall. The center I saw was really bad, but defensive tackle looks okay. Linebacker starting off fine. Nothing special, but nothing completely worthless. Corners are actually pretty good. And the secondary overall, pretty good. I don't know. I would take Colorado to win 9 games, probably. Colorado State coming off a good season behind Asher Hoff. 89 overall now. Colorado State could be another fine team. I mean, they play in the Mountain West, which is a difficult conference as far as the G5 goes. We'll have to see. Oh, this O-line kind of takes a quick step back, though. That center, middle of the O-line, probably going to be pretty weak. D-line, not seeing much special here. Not good. It's when you have those players in the 50s that these secondary rooms just not looking great. Colorado State, well, we'll see how they do. Duke. Did Duke do anything special last season? I don't really think they did. They got Angie Noble out there still. A slow quarterback, but also a quarterback that lit up Miami last season. Or season 1, I should say, at this point. But we haven't really seen much from him because Duke just hasn't been good enough to really make game day. We saw them play Florida State, but I mean, retrospectively, no, Florida State had one of the best defenses in the country. I mean, this team, they should definitely beat any G5 opponents they play. Actually, yeah, I mean, I kind of like Duke. I would not be surprised if they made a bowl this season. I don't think they've managed to do that yet. East Carolina. They lost Frankie Lynch, their quarterback. He was probably their best player. And now they've got a quarterback battle going on. Gary, a good running back, though. Receiver room looks pretty good. That end room is fine. The O-line starts off pretty good. Well, yeah, I mean, it's fine. Defensive line not starting off as hot, though. It's probably one of their bigger weaknesses. Linebacker looks good to start. Yeah, linebacker is fine. And that's for the biggest question of these teams. Yeah, like I said, that is a quarterback battle going on there. Yeah, East Carolina's fine. They could maybe win their division. They almost did it last season. Eastern Michigan, I think they just got a really fast recruit. Oh yeah. Probably this guy right here. He was a, what is that called? JUCO transfer. I don't know what position he played, but he was the fastest player in the class. It's probably this guy right here. 98 speed. I think he ran a 4.24 40. I think Eastern Michigan had a pretty bad season. Well, this might be one of the reasons why. Receiver looks really bad. O-line does not look too hot. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that stands out on this team so far. Actually, their defense doesn't start off that bad, but and it kind of just becomes whatever, average, I guess. Frazier, 78 overall with 98 speed, though. Playing the wrong position. And now here's an interesting team. Florida. I'm very interested in Florida. Look at this roster. Florida could be really good. Look at these players. Let's check them out. Brett Gary transfers out of NC State and into Florida, interestingly enough. So we'll still have to be playing Florida State. They kind of embarrassed Brett Gary last season. Tanner Allen, unluckily not the starter there anymore. I thought he could be a fun guy to watch. But no longer starting. Mish Henry, a 90 overall running back. I mean, the running back room looks really good. Wide receiver room looks really good. Franklin Knox. I don't know, guys. Florida looking pretty good. Really good, actually. Yeah, I would say give me the over on whatever Florida's win total is. I know they just went like 4-8. I would probably take Florida to win at least 9 games. Yeah, I really like this Florida roster. And they could be... Oh, wow. 91 overall free safety. 79 overall strong safety. This team is dangerous. They almost beat Florida State. I mean, the score was 2 scores, but that really doesn't do it justice. It's make sure I'm not missing anything. Discord. FAU, they just lost Sean Cardenas. Really good bright spot for them. Actually, a good roster still. FAU looks pretty good. Isaac Robin, 80 overall. Yeah, this is still preseason. Or, not still. I guess it was off-season. Now we're technically preseason. Left tackle, lots of good left tackles. I'm sure that they'll probably be playing other positions on this O-line. I don't know. FAU not that bad looking. Yeah, the defense, something to be desired here on defense. But they're probably going to contend for Conference USA. Fresno State. '83 overall Harrison Benson. Teddy Stover. He's not having a great time since being recruited by Fresno State in the Discord server. 75 overall. Just nothing special coming out of him, unfortunately. I totally forgot he was there. He just hasn't done anything. 2 good-looking receivers. So line probably going to be really stacked once the left tackles play other positions. Left tackle and right tackle seem to be most teams' really strong positions. Nothing special on the defensive line. Linebacker looks fine. Corner is not looking great for them. Free safety is alright. Strong safety is alright. And now we go to what might be one of the preseason favorites, or the preseason favorite to win it all. I would probably take Georgia. I don't know. I also kind of have a feeling they might win less games, but starting off, Michael Bryan, the starter there now officially, 85 overall. Bobby Bennett. He's out there. Samuel Cyril still doing his thing. Summer Dixon, probably the most terrifying tight end I've ever seen in my life. I hate playing against Summer Dixon. Yeah, Georgia's starting off pretty strong on defense too. Yeah, this Georgia team is going to be really good, guys. I mean, there's no shocker there. Georgia's going to be good again. Really good, it seems. Georgia's going to be a good team. Adam Navarro out of Georgia Southern, the best player. Not a good start considering everything. Quentin Wetzel, one of my favorite names that we have on his senior year. I think Georgia Southern didn't do that bad, did they? 8-5, so I don't know if they really lost much either. Losing the playoffs, yeah, as they do. Something about the semifinals against the 4 seed. They just can't handle it. Overall, solid corner room, actually. I mean, a bunch of guys in the 60s, but like I said, having 60 overalls is not that bad. Georgia State has a 90 overall tight end, Phoenix Vaughn. Kenneth Cooper. Georgia State probably going to contend for that division. Yeah. This team looks like they could contend. Maybe not for the Sun Belt, considering how many good teams are in the other division. But I could see them making it. Oh. We'll have to see. Something to be desired out there on the secondary. Georgia Tech, a team that I thought was going to be better than they really were. Josiah Joshua, 82 overall. I mean, oops, didn't scroll through the rest of the guys. '80 overall fullback. It's probably the first really good fullback we've seen. A good wide receiver room too. Oh no, the defensive line is very bad though. Linebacker not that bad, and corner pretty good actually, all things considered. Secondary not that bad. I would take that secondary if I was most teams. Oh no, Hawaii, the only team to go 0-13 or winless. The only team to go winless last season. We'll have to see if they can avoid that again. That was very bad. Wide receiver, very bad. Lots of O-linemen. Not very good O-linemen, but lots of them. Yeah, I don't know about Hawaii again, guys. Houston. Houston did very bad, I think, in their move to the Power 5 was just not good. Oh, hey Moss, we covered Clemson a little bit ago. They look pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, they look pretty good. Clemson, I was gonna say I expect them to make a bowl, and then I realized they can't make a bowl. See, I'm not seeing anything. Well, they good right tackle there. Defensive line doesn't look that bad. Linebacker, okay. 270 overall corners. Free safety was fine. Actually pretty good. Strong safety, yeah. I mean, Houston's got a solid defense. Yeah. Xavier Dean, the best player in Illinois. Y. Corbett, senior quarterback, 82 overall, and a bunch of very bad quarterbacks after him. These guys are all not good. There are a lot of teams in this game to scroll through. Good center there. Yeah, I think UAB has a good shot. I think it's UAB or FAU right now is probably my bet. We haven't seen UAB's roster yet. FAU does look pretty good, so there's some concerns there. I'm not good enough at this game to rebuild a team. There's no way. Charles Samuel, Indiana. They lost Mortimer McDowell, which was their only good player last season, it feels like. Really good quarterback. Wide receivers are fine. Tight end, not that bad. Indiana started off 3-0, and they finished 3-9. I don't know if they'll be that bad, but this team doesn't look like anything super special. Maybe 5 wins. I don't think they'll make a bowl. See, Iowa up next. Iowa, the only team to beat USC last season, including all the way to the national championship game. Let's see what they got going on. Ken Pulliam, looking really good, 90 overall. Troy Blackburn, in case Pulliam goes to the draft. 90 overall running back as well. The offense looking pretty good. Wide receivers, they got 2 in the 80s. One really good receiver. This is Jason Blake, I think, led as the tight end. Well, was the best tight end for a while last season. This O-line is going to be so stacked. If those left tackles play a different position, they're just going to have a full O-line. 90 overall, Dale Fitzgerald. Look at Iowa. Yeah, I don't know. Iowa could be pretty good. I think they'll be better. I think Iowa will be better. I don't know if they'll be good enough to take on USC again. We'll have to see how that division kind of plays out. Where USC is, they lost quite a lot of talent. So Iowa State's another interesting team. that we thought were going to do a lot better than they did. They finished 6-7, I believe. Darren Courtney, 80 overall quarterback, not starting off super hot there. 90 overall, 87, 86. Wide receivers really good though. Maybe the wide receivers can make up for what's lacking in the quarterback. Iowa State looks fine again. I mean, we thought they were going to be fine last season, but 6-6. Oh, free safety is not good at all. And here's Kansas. Kansas, an interesting team. We did not expect Kansas to do what they did, but they had really good quarterbacks. And they actually started season 1 ranked. They finished 7-6, I believe. And then they came through last season, and they lived up to expectation. Kansas looking good to start with Keith Plummer, 96 overall. And Damian Lawrence going to take over afterwards. Colin Ralph still there. Two really good wide receivers. Tight ends still good. Yeah, this team looks good. Kansas is going to be good again, that's for sure. Kansas is the team to beat in the Big 12 North. Some weakness at linebacker, though. Maybe something to take advantage of. Really good free safety. They lost to Missouri last season, don't forget. Ben Perkins, the best player at Kansas State. No shocker there. Zach Wiggins, also not to be underestimated. I think Kansas State will probably be a little bit better of a team. What did they finish? 7-6 after a bowl loss? I don't know. I wouldn't, take this team to be preseason ranked or anything. Especially because I'm not seeing anything on defense. It's taking me off my feet here. But I wouldn't be shocked if they went 8-4 or so, you know. Just a small improvement over last season's team. Kent State. This team won their division last season. But they finished 5-8. They didn't make a bowl game. So, take that how you will. I think there's an ad running right now as well. The quarterback, Sonny Dillon. Reginald Phillip. They didn't start off that bad. All things considered. Eileen right now, they'll make a bowl. I think, or was it the East? Heck, East. I don't even know. I keep track of the divisions. Anyway, my lean right now is that they'll probably make a bowl game, and that division as a whole is going to be better than it was. It was just a very, very bad division. No bowl eligible teams. Alright, Kentucky. Kentucky's an interesting team. They finished 7-6. Is that right? 7-6. But I still think Kentucky's a team to watch out for. I think Kentucky was just a couple things away from being a 9-win team. Because let me tell you, Merrill Gallegos here, really good. This is a scrambler, he has 73 speed. I don't know. He does put up a lot of yards rushing though. note that. Good receiving room. I don't know, the offense should click really well. This should be a good offense. Defense starting out all right. Not in love with those linebackers. These ones are fine. Kentucky had a good offense, but a bad defense, and that's probably going to be something similar. A similar trend happening. LSU, this could be a very good team contending for the SEC West. We'll have to see. LSU could be quite frightening. Martin Means up to a 90 overall quarterback. They have freshman Amani Walls, 88 overall quarterback. I don't know how that's a real number. Joseph Trent up to 91 overall. Good tight ends. Yeah, this team is stacked. Oops. And unfortunately, I think our LSU user is MIA. I think they switched to a different account. So LSU probably gonna be. I was gonna say like one of the SEC West favorites, but there's so many teams in the SEC West that just look good. Texas A&M, LSU, Mississippi State's got Stuart Rosado coming back. But this team looks really good. Hey Tab, we covered Florida State quite a long while back, and they look good. They do. I think Tyson Casson still the first stringer. I think the senior transfer or whatever. He's a senior now. I don't remember what his name is. He's a little bit better on paper, but they're the same overall. And Tyson Casson just got the nod. Ted Carrington is a 90 overall. Oh, what was that? Anyway, Louisiana. Gustavus Castle, there he is. He transferred to Louisiana from Arkansas State, which is an interesting choice for his junior season. Let's see. Wow, good wide receivers at Louisiana. This team probably going to contend for the division again. Yeah, it'll also be on YouTube, so you don't even have to watch it on Twitch if you don't want to. Nothing too great on the O-line, but nothing too bad. Defensive line is okay. Linebackers starting off all right. Actually, yeah, the linebackers look good. Yeah, that's a good linebacker room, too. Corner, I mean, 60 overall is just slightly above average at this point. That's how bad cornerback rooms are. Yeah, Louisiana, probably my pick to win their division again. Louisiana Tech, Bruno Thayer is a 90 overall quarterback there. How is that possible? I don't know, maybe don't discount Louisiana Tech. They went 3-9 though, and were considered the worst team in the country by the algorithm. So, I don't know. They look pretty good to me. Especially if those left tackles play some of these other positions. The O-line's going to be good. Defensive line, nothing special. Linebacker starts off okay. Yeah, I mean, linebacker's fine. Corner is, corners are as corners are. Athlete recruit, I don't remember his name, so I couldn't tell you. I didn't actively look for him. Let's see, Louisville, coming off a playoff appearance. 95 overall wide receiver Richard Chamberlain is their best player, but Bob Boyer is still the quarterback there. Louisville probably going to be a fine team once again. Yeah, the wide receiver room is good, running back room is good, quarterback room is good. Head end room, you know. These O-linemen look really good. Guarantee they're going to be playing other positions on this O-line to fill in the gaps. Roderick Osborne is a 90 overall. Defensive line, not quite as strong. Bass there looks fine. Linebacker, ooh. A little bit of struggle on linebacker. Fine secondary to start, yeah. No, strong safety, unfortunately. Not quite it. Moving to Marshall. Marshall has not had good seasons recently. Or good season, I should say. I think Marshall did pretty bad, like 4-8 or something. Or did they make a bowl? I think I'm just insane. I think they might have gone 6-6. I don't know. Anyway, Hermie Hackett's still there, doing his thing. He's a junior, 88 overall. Good wide receiving room. I don't know. I would probably take the over on Marshall to start at least. And we'll see. Okay, not a good start to the defensive line. Yeah. D-line really weak. Middle linebacker not great there. Yeah, I don't know. Free safety in the 50s. Strong safety in the 40s. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there's some weakness going on in the defense there. Maryland QB Wood Norton. I thought this guy transferred out. Am I insane? I thought this dude transferred. Weird. '97 overall quarterback for him though. Steven Angus. Not liking. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, maybe defensive line is not as bad as I thought. Linebacker not starting off great though. Really good quarterback, but on to Memphis. It looks like Austin Bass has come down back to earth. He was an overrated quarterback, and it looks like he's been dropped from a 94 overall to an 82 overall due to some of those stats. Just really wasn't 94 overall. I don't know where that overall rating came from. See, Memphis starting off pretty good though. Move some of those LTs to the center. Or those middle three positions, really. Defensive line starting off alright. I mean, 70s is fine. Linebacker, maybe a little bit of weakness on the left side. Oh, on the right side too. Ooh. Yikes. In the corner room, the secondary really. Yeah, the secondary not good. The defensive front looks good. Punter looks good. 84 overall punter. Miami. Charles Padgett, the #1 player for them. 99 overall now. Super slow. 68 overall though. Or 68 speed, sorry. Chris Williams looking to take over after he's gone. Graham Brett, one of the two. Conan Ship, Jr., 91 overall. Miami, gonna be probably a good team. Also, Tab, I don't know if you're still here, but Florida looks really good. Florida looks really good. Like, maybe better than Georgia in ratings. Good. Yeah, Miami's starting off really good. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. 80s and 70s pretty much at every starting position. Linebacker, the left side looks weak, but other than that, secondaries in the 70s, which is above average, and strong safeties in the 60s. But still, Miami should be pretty good and should once again be contending for the division. Miami of Ohio had a couple draft picks, interestingly enough. They look fine, but what did they finish last season? I don't remember. I don't remember anything about a lot of these MAC teams, because the MAC is like a plague to be avoided. That seems... yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything special going on for defense for them. I don't know where they finished last season, so it's hard to get an over-under win total, but I would say bowl eligible is probably in the scope. And Michigan, one of the 99 overall players for them, Laszlo Gleason, the running back. And Leonard Raymond, transferred from Auburn to Michigan. And Roman Handy take the back seat for the season, it looks like. And there he is, Laszlo Gleason, 99 overall right now. I mean, he's been one of the best running backs around. Receiving room really good. Jacob Girard is, awesome. Tight end room looks good. I mean, Michigan should be a good team again. O-line looking good. Really good, actually. This is a really good O-line. Defensive line starting off pretty good. Yeah, defensive line, I mean, it's fine. Linebacker. Yeah, I mean, nothing to hate. Secondary starts off fine with the corners. At least two of them are good. Free safety, starters fine. Strong safety is good. Michigan should be a good team. Middle Tennessee State. Leon Cardenas, the #1 player. Howard Matthews, 79 overall quarterback. Again, a team that I don't know much about. They look like an average G5 team to start here. Ooh, tight end room is not good though. Ooh. O-line very bad in the middle. Defensive line not showing me anything. Linebackers started off hot, but then they kind of fell off. Corners. Free safety, yeah, no, I would probably not take the over on this team. Whatever it is, I'm not taking the over. I don't know if I really like the under either, but I don't know. Move on to Minnesota, season 1 national champs. They went 2-10 last season. Very bad team. Robert Masters, the quarterback there now. Berg Shong, all the way back in 3rd string. Just got passed up by 2 guys. No longer the starting QB. Maybe that'll do some favors. Virgil Devine still looks really good. Wide receiver room is good. Tight ends are fine. Offensive line looks fine. Defensive line, yeah, fine. I mean, this team should not have done as bad as they did last season. That division was also so stacked with good teams. I don't know. Minnesota looks fine to me. I mean, I don't think they'll possibly do as bad as they did. I think 8-4 is reasonable for Minnesota. The problem is that USC, UCLA, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Iowa are all in that division. And that division is very dangerous. Mississippi State, Stuart Rosado does not actually take that big of a step forward. So, I don't know. But probably for the best that he did not declare, because that draft class was so unbelievably stacked with quarterbacks that I don't know where he would have fallen. Of course, he's the number 1 player. Bo Rivas, still a good running back. Wide receiver room, still good. And good left tackle. Defensive line starting off fine. Good, actually. I would say this defensive line is good. Ooh, no. Linebacker, not good, though. Very not good. Well, they have an okay player there. Corner is fine. Yeah, watch out for Mississippi State. I think they'll do better. They went 9-4. I think they'll do better. Give me like a 10-3 Mississippi State team. I think the SEC West is going to cannibalize itself, though. I think nobody's walking out of there unscathed. There's too many good teams. Look at Missouri pop off. 83 overall, Alexander Connors. They did very bad last season. They did beat Kansas, so there's that. Kansas, 3 losses. They had Miami in the bowl game, TCU before that, the conference championship. Both those teams ended up like top 15. And then Missouri at week 1 took them down. I don't know. I don't see Missouri being that bad of a team either. I think it should be fine. But the SEC West is so stacked, maybe not. They'll have to win their out-of-conference matchups and maybe whoever they play from the East. If the East is bad, but the East sounds like it's going to be good too. Georgia looks good. Florida looks good. Alabama looks good. Auburn looks better. Tennessee, we know, should be fine. Kentucky looks fine. South Carolina just went 8-5. I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be had. I don't know about these teams, man. They look pretty good to me. Anyway, NC State. 82 overall, Mickey Waters, quarterback. Yeah, this team looks fine again. Wow, 91 overall left tackle. Yeah, NC State should be a fine team once again. Oh, well, defensive tackle's pretty weak. Linebacker, not showing me anything special. Yeah, linebacker's not great. 2 really good corners. 3 safety. The secondary is really good looking. About Navy, best player, 84 overall wide receiver, which is interesting because they don't really pass the ball. Yikes, this O-line. I would not take Navy to do anything. Their best asset, probably most of their secondary, not strong safety, clearly. I'm taking the under on Navy. Morgan Poole, the best player at Nebraska. Who takes over at quarterback? Is it Drew Van? Oh, it is. Immediately answered my question. Drew Van, 87 overall. Should be a fine replacement for Flynn West. Oh yeah, John Hartman's still there. Tim Brewster, the walk-off wide receiver that beats Miami. John Taylor, not starting anymore, it doesn't seem, but I mean, yeah, Nebraska should be good again. I think Nebraska versus USC probably going to be a better matchup this season, if USC is even good. I don't know. USC lost a lot unless they replaced that quarterback. USC could have a lot of problems. There he is, Bartholothalos. Season 1 recruit out there at Nebraska. They just picked up another guy too, but I forget what position he plays. Oh, there he is, Vinny Matson. Strong safety. I think this is wrong. I'm pretty sure he's a 70 overall as well. Up here with these guys. Nevada, Benji Daniels looks good. Nevada probably going to be set to be another good team. Recontend for the Mountain West. They just won it. Yeah, I would say probably once more. Oh, you're going to hit back to back. I mean, really bad center. Linebacker not great though. Actually, defense as a whole might be a problem for Nevada. Yeah. So maybe not. Maybe they'll somebody will find some weaknesses to take them down. Like New Mexico. Wow. 90 overall Stephen Pickens. And Del Byrne, also 81 overall quarterback. Mexico had a really good season 1. Made the playoff. Was a 10-3 conference champion. And last season it was not good. They went 3-9, I think, maybe 4-8. Strong safety, really good though. North Carolina. I think North Carolina will be another good team, better team than they were. Bentley Burnham up to an 87 overall. Xavier Norman a 90. Really good wide receiving room. Look at these guys. Tom Shane falling behind. That's how you know things are a problem. When Tom Shane is falling behind in the depth chart, no, they're a big problem. O-line looks really good. E-line starting off hot. Yeah. I don't know. North Carolina. They look really good. Yeah, they do. They look really good. I think this team easily goes 10-2. We'll have to see how that division shakes out because Pitt, Miami, and North Carolina are probably all going to be good teams. North Texas. Now we go to the opposite end of the spectrum. Team that probably won't be that good. Ellie Weller does not look that bad though. Maybe not. North Texas looks fine to me. I think they did beat UTSA. I mean, UTSA wasn't quite as good as we thought they were going to be. UTSA started off like 5-0. They finished 7-5. And then a huge loss in their bowl game. Very fun bowl game. 6 overtimes. Northern Illinois, 90 overall right tackle. NIU started off pretty good last season and then just kind of fell to the middle of their division. But I don't know. We'll have to see what Western Michigan looks like. I think this team's probably a little better than Central Michigan. At least on paper. and Eastern Michigan. Ooh, defensive tackle is very bad, though. It's like replacement concern number 1. I don't know. We'll see where Western Michigan stands. They lost a couple players to the draft, so... Speaking of teams that lost a couple players, Northwestern is one of those teams. Even though they went 2-10, was it? After beating 2 MAC teams. They also play in that Big Ten West, which is just a frightening division. Lots of good teams. Not enough O-line to help them. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing that looks like they're going to do much better. Northwestern probably not going to be that great. Now here's a team, Notre Dame, man. These guys have not figured it out. Ryan Seth, the quarterback, 78 overall. Yikes. Andre Dennis looks good, though. Adam Knox continues to look really good on paper. He's not the fastest, though. So maybe that's got some issues. O-line is going to be just fine. Defensive line, not as good, but still fine. Not liking what I'm seeing at linebacker. Corner, yeah, they're alright. They got a good player. Safeties are fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll actually make a bowl game. Oh yeah, scroll through the wrong thing. Quarterback, Oliver Gregory, 82. Ohio. Is that just my audio that cut out? I don't know if you guys can still hear. What just happened? Oh, there we go, I guess. Stream still picking up the audio? Let me see. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're fine then. As I was saying, Ohio did pretty well in the transfer portal, I think. Although I'm not sure who they picked up. They should be fine. Yeah, they're probably good enough to contend with most Group of 5 teams they play. Well, I don't know how I feel about some of these guys. Yeah, I still think they'll be alright. Bowl eligible team. And here's a team that's interesting. Ohio State started off 6-0 and then lost 3 straight and finished 8-4. Okay, let's see. Harrison Shannon, the quarterback there now. Darryl Fountain got overpassed. Did he regress? I don't know. Jeffrey Rory. I mean, the team looks fine to me. The O-line is a little bit unreliable. D-line starts off strong enough. No Ted Carringtons, but you know how it is. Middle linebacker, really good. Outside linebackers, not quite so much. Corner, a lot of really good corners. Really good free safety. Strong safety. Yeah, not so much. Good kicker, though. Yeah, I don't know. Ohio State. I don't know. They look good to me. Wow, Oklahoma. Look at these high overall guys. They were very disappointing last season. Levi Camacho up to an 89 overall quarterback. Let's hope he sticks around another season because they don't have anybody to replace him. You have to find somebody. Roger Hyde transfers in. He looks really good. Running back room is very deep and very good looking. Wide receiver room is alright. Tight end, really good tight ends. O-line, starting off hot. Center and right guard, pretty weak though. But overall, I hate to say it, Oklahoma looks like another good SEC West team. They did terrible. So like, what are the expectations? Two 88 overall punters. At Oklahoma State, they finished even on the season, 6-6 after a bowl win. They only played 11 games. Hunter Clark, senior, up to an 82 overall now. Decent running back room. Good receiving room. Really good receiving room. Yeah, Oklahoma State could be pretty good. Linebacker, nothing special. Corner, alright. Safeties, I'll make do. Old Dominion, 92 overall tight end James Matthews. Dominion's got solid receivers. What do we see? Solid performance out of Old Dominion. Oh, middle linebacker, very bad. Ole Miss, disappointing team. They made playoffs and then they went 3-9 or something. This doesn't look like they have their solution at quarterback. Receiving room, there's one standout player and some average guys there. O-line probably going to be good. Put one of those left tackles at center, he'll figure it out. I think Ole Miss, they look like a fine team. Now, ignoring that, middle linebacker, ignore that. Everywhere else, they look like a fine team, but they don't look good enough to contend for the division. They might lose every conference game they play. Oh, Nicholas Campbell, I kind of forgot that he would be returning. 97 overall quarterback for Oregon. Corey Gavin no longer the starter. Good receiving room. Good tight end room. Oh no. Really good O-line. D-line looks fine. Linebacker. I mean, I think this team has a single. Okay, well, corner room. They're all weak. Okay, their secondary might be their weakness. Although nobody really has a great secondary, or at least not a lot of teams. Stuart Patrick, Oregon State running back, best player. Substitute players where you need for this O-line. Defensive front not looking that great. Corners, not that bad though. Yeah, secondary, well, I would still say secondary looks fine. Penn State, Matt Cooper. Look at him. Hunter Lance, 90 overall, right behind him. Kenny Kittles, 87 overall, 82 Cyril Isaac. Loaded quarterback. Mike Joseph still out there. O-line will be fine. D-line looks good. Linebacker looks fine. I mean, yeah, Penn State is set up for success. Ah, here we go. Pitt. Pitt's got some 90s overall, or 90 overalls, plural, including Sergeant Holbrook. Roger Gabriel. They all overtake Stavros Bell, even though he's the fastest. Interesting to note, Stavros Bell the fastest, but he's not the starter. Offensive line is pretty solid. Defensive line starting off solid. Dale Duke at the defensive tackle position. Mac Hawthorne, true freshman. I mean, this team, they should be good. I think we're going to get a Florida State Pitt regular season matchup. Should be fun. Purdue, 99 overall, Leo Fletcher. We'll see what they can do with him. And what is very likely to be his last season. Offensive line doesn't look good. Defensive line is okay. Linebacker's pretty weak overall. One good corner, free safety, managed. Strong safety is good though. Good strong safety. Oh, Rice. Interesting team. Some good players to start here. The receiving room is going to be very bad. They only have one good receiver. Offensive line is very bad. Defensive line is something. Told defense not gonna hold up, I don't feel like. Unluckily for them. Rutgers, they had Hank Hoffman at quarterback last season, and ultimately he transferred out because that team was not doing it for him. Rutgers was a very bad team. I'm not seeing anything that proves there will be anything different this season. What about SMU? They were supposed to do good. Really good running back. Really good receiving room still. Despite putting 2 receivers into the draft. The offensive line overall solid. Defensive line a little bit lacking. Linebacker not looking good to start it here. Yeah. Oh, this might actually be one of the worst corner rooms in the country. San Diego State. Really good season last season compared to going to the toilet bowl. George Dube still quarterback there. Daryl Damien, good tight end. I don't know, I feel like we could see something pretty good out of these guys again. McCoy up to an 82 overall. San Jose State, reigning Pac-12 champs, their best player is a punter. And Drew Beasley, not the starting quarterback anymore. Oh no. He lost the job. I don't know about the San Jose State team to start off. I'm not seeing anything that indicates they'll be returning to the top of the Pac-12 or even their division, really. I expect Utah to be a better team, so I'll have to play them. Colorado looks like they're going to be pretty good. Yeah, I don't know about San Jose State. That's a pretty rough looking roster there. South Alabama, Ollie Wood, 96 overall quarterback, and Hall Strickland, a senior 92 overall quarterback, just sitting on the depth chart of South Alabama. That is wild. Really good quarterbacks, but not good enough receivers to back them up. I mean, South Alabama, it'll probably just be that 3-way race for the division again. South Alabama, Arkansas State, and Louisiana. Louisiana did look good, though. And outside of quarterback, not seeing anything on this roster nothing that implies the dominance of Louisiana. Louisiana looks like they're going to be very good. South Carolina, Jeff Coleman, freshman of the year contender, now up at a junior, 92 overall. And Damon Danny, another 91 overall quarterback, sitting on a depth chart somewhere. Unreal. Good running back room, South Carolina. Yeah, South Carolina looks pretty solid. Move some of these guys around to like center if center's bad. Yeah. D-line, good enough, I would say. Linebacker, middle linebacker, pretty weak. In the corner room as well. They have some good free safeties. Strong safety is fine. Yeah, South Carolina could be a pretty good team. Southern Miss. Southern Miss was a very bad team. And I mean, it doesn't look like they have a completely terrible roster. What did they go? 2-10? I don't know if this roster is that bad. Stanford, lots of draft picks coming out of Stanford. Von Maldonado. Asher looks good. Good fullback, 82. Wide receiver room is stacked. I don't know. Watch out for Stanford. If only defensive tackle wasn't so bad. I don't know. I really like the Stanford roster. I don't think they're quite as good as Oregon's look, though. They probably won't be quite as good as Washington's look. Syracuse got Bjorn Mills, junior now, 92 overall. Led Syracuse to a good 10-3 season. I think there's, maybe not. Maybe the defensive line will be fine. Linebacker, 70s is fine. Yeah, corner, I mean, free safety is very bad, though. I don't know. We'll see if Syracuse can put together another run like they did last season. They're pretty set up to do it. And Malcolm Murray, the #1 player. Dennis Toth, starting role here at TCU still. Doing Tamati behind him. Ralph Rex out of Baylor transfers in. Lincoln Jackson and Lincoln Corey. The duo of wide receivers up there, probably going to be really good. O-line, solid. Everywhere except the left guard. D-line is fine, and then Malcolm Murray, 94 overall. I would not worry about that. Linebacker is a little lacking. Corner room is fine. Free safeties, wow, really good free safeties. Strong safety is good. TCU set up to contend again. What about Temple? Temple had a really good start to last season. and then they kind of fell off to 8-4. Their only loss was to Penn State by like 4 points or something. They were like 6-1. And then they just lost a lot of games. I don't think we're going to see that kind of run from Temple, though. That might be fine. Maybe they'll reach 8-4 again, but I don't think they'll be on pace at any point this season to look like the G5 auto bid like they were. About mid-season last season, it looked like this team could be the G5 auto bid. I don't think this is going to be the case. At Tennessee, probably still in a good spot. I mean, Ron Delgado, 90 overall. Ivan Elliott, 86. 2 good fullbacks. Matthew Hutchinson up to a 94. Brenton Lloyd. Yeah, Tennessee probably going to be good again. Offensive line looking good. Yeah, very good looking offensive line. Defensive line features Adam Lumpkin, and it looks good. Linebacker. Little soft in the middle. Secondary looks good. Yeah, secondary looked good. Hunter looks good. And it's Texas. Howard's Longhorns. Billy Fenton, 96 overall quarterback. Look at all this. Is good quarterbacks. Brennan Schmidt's got to lead. Well, maybe not if Billy Fenton goes to the NFL. McDriver's going to graduate without playing. It's unlucky because McDriver. I was hoping he was going to start. Monty Gordon. Why is he highlighted in yellow? What is that about? Anyway, Callum Riley, not the starter. Callum Riley has 79 speed? Wow. What is with this guy? Why is he highlighted? I don't know anything about this guy. Anyway. Receiving room is fine. Tight end room is really good. That's probably the best tight end room in the country. Offensive line is very good looking. Defensive line starting off hot. Yeah, defensive line will be just fine. Linebacker, yeah, that looks good. This team looks really good. Secondary looks good. Free safety looks good. And this guy's highlighted in yellow as well. Is it because they're transfers? No, because there was transfers on the first one. Strong safety, not quite good. And his old team, Texas State, they lost their quarterback. Ray Morrison, freshman. University Park, Texas. Good receiving room. The offense wasn't the problem, though, for this team. The offensive line might be. But the real problem was the defense was abysmal. Yeah, and it's going to continue to be very bad. They almost made a bowl game with the upset of Arkansas State. That was such a crazy finish that did not happen. Joe Madison, Texas Tech quarterback. Not quite as good as I had thought he would ever be, but 89 overall junior season is fine. Bunch of freshmen to back him up. Decent receiving room to throw to, though. offensive line, not going to be too reliable. It should be okay. Defensive line, kind of the same thing. Nothing stands out there. Linebacker, okay. Very thin cornerback room. Free safety is good, strong safety not so much. Alright, Toledo. Jaden Garrett, the quarterback. Not seeing anything too special out of Toledo. I think they went 7-5. I don't remember their bowl game. I imagine they would win it though. If they were matched against somebody with a similar record. Secondary, well, free safety looks good, but everywhere else in the secondary, not so much. We'll see about Toledo, I guess. What about Troy? Troy did not do good last season, but an 89 overall quarterback, 85 running back, good receiving room, good tight ends. Yeah, I don't know. Team looks fine to me. Right guard is really bad though. Defensive line. Oh, that was right. Troy, I think, was fine at putting up points, but they could not stop anybody. Oh, but they have a good corner in Fletcher Frost. Free safety not terrible, strong safety very bad. I don't know, maybe Troy will do something. Tulane. Tulane had a good season in season 1, and then they kind of sort of plummeted off a cliff a little bit. Let's see. Ernest Brendan, 80 overall. Yikes. I'm not showing you what you want to see. Good linebackers. Well, okay linebackers overall. Corner room. Fine enough, I would say, especially because there's so many of them. What about Tulsa? 91 overall wide receiver. Look at that. 86 in the running game. Nothing special from Tulsa, except for Chase Mitchell. Chase Mitchell. I think that's also a recruit that we just had, or a similar name. I don't know. I think I already noted that though, maybe last season. Here's UAB, new user from Moss. They're escaping Clemson in his life. Starting off okay. Solid receivers. Tight ends are alright. Move some of those left tackles to these positions and you're probably fine. Defensive line though. This defense was not good last season, so probably going to be a similar case. Good strong safety. All right, UCF, another user team. Not reliable quarterback play. A thin running back room. Reliable receivers, but yikes. UCF might have some trouble. Any injuries to this team, especially in the offensive side of the ball, things might go off the rails. The defense actually doesn't look that bad, though. The strong safety is a little weak. UCLA, high-powered offense behind the arm of Jeffrey Burris last season. Now they're going to rely on Bo Clinton. Definitely not going to be quite as good. No, but they still have a stacked receiving room, so maybe I lied. The offensive line will be just fine. Defensive line is alright. Linebacker, it's fine. Not a whole lot going on in the secondary so far. Yeah, there's that. ULM. They, for some reason, the algorithm really liked ULM last season, but they went like 2-10. Aaron Ryan gonna be their quarterback. I am not impressed. I would take the under on this ULM team. Yeah, this team, I'm gonna just straight up predict them to go to the toilet bowl right now. This team looks really bad. Might be the worst team we've looked at. Oh yeah. That team is very bad. UNLV. First impression, they look okay. Let's see if we go through position by position. Wide receiver should be fine. Tight end, they'll be good. Yeah, I know, it's been a long stream. This is so much easier than posting everybody's rosters. Linebacker actually looks good. This defense might be really good for UNLV, if nothing else. Yeah. Corners leave a little to be desired. I don't know, they should be fine, I think. 40 overall punter, though. And here's the team we've all been wondering about, defending national champs, USC. They rely on Ernest Shawn, 82 overall quarterback. So, I don't know. That might be a problem for them. Herbert Parsons up to a 90 overall. Maybe they rely more on the running game a little bit. I mean, the receiving room is still awesome. I don't think they have to worry. One of the best in the country. Tight ends, still good. The O-line's going to be just fine. D-line, it's good. Yeah, D-line, probably one of the best around. 91 overall middle linebacker, Gabriel Booker. Oh, jeez, man. How many good players they got on this roster? They might not be as good just because they have a little bit of a weakness at quarterback in comparison to some of the other teams in their division. At a disadvantage. But, I don't know. I think they'll be fine. Still be a decent enough team. The Edwin Hugo overpasses Chev Witt, despite Chev Witt putting up massive numbers last season. Let's see, 4,794 yards, 49 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I mean, come on, this dude was crazy. Not a deep running back room. Was that Anthony Jett out of Michigan? Transfers to USF. Wild. Definitely would not get any play time there. Can't really blame him. I imagine USF will be a fine team once again. They look alright to me. They might actually put up a fight against UCF, who obliterated them last season. Good kicker, solid punter. UTEP. Wow, Matthew Hilton, 92 overall, so they don't even need Billy Fenton, who transferred out. They just go to the next guy up, and he's 92 overall. Won their conference. Yeah, okay, so when I said it was FAU or UAB, the Conference USA, I lied. UTEP might actually be pretty good. That it might actually be a competitive division. And the teams might not be that bad. And even on defense, they look okay. Nothing too terrible. That's a set roster, I think. What about UTSA? Cole Pruitt is up to a 92 overall as a senior. BJ Scott looks good to replace him afterwards. William Black, 88 overall now. UTSA, they have the roster to succeed, even after putting out like 3 draft picks. They have the roster. But a lot of their draft was on the D-line. The O-line looks really bad. That could be a weakness. And the D-line, actually pretty solid still. Linebackers. Yeah, UTSA should be fine to compete for the American again. Here's a team, Utah. Finished 7-6, I think. 6-7? Yeah, 6-7, because Wake Forest beat them in the bowl game. Glenn Meadows at 94 overall. I mean, this team should be good. Running back room is probably the best we've seen. Wide receivers are good. This is a good team. Tight end is a little weak. They have a weak center of the O-line, but D-line looks good overall. Linebacker, it'll manage. Corners are okay. Free safeties are above average. Strong safeties or whatever. Yeah, give me Utah to compete for the division this time. What about Utah State? They lost their quarterback Adam Morrow, but Jack Wells takes over. He looked good in the one game we saw him against Air Force when Morrow went down. He finished 5-7 last season despite having Adam Morrow. Yeah, first round pick. I don't know. I think they could compete to make a bowl game, maybe, but we'll have to see. Mountain West is a good conference. Vanderbilt. The only team that does not look like they're going to super improve in the SEC East. But even then, this team does not look bad. This team actually looks pretty good. Yeah. Vanderbilt looks fine to me. Yeah, well, the defensive line is a little bad. Right linebackers. I don't know. Vanderbilt will be just fine. But I don't know what to think of the SEC. Alright, Virginia. Nothing super reliable at quarterback yet. Coming off a 2-10 season. Didn't think I had a super good player, 5-star player. I don't know what position it was though. It was either athlete or wide receiver, but I don't know if he would be a 75 overall. Offensive line does not look good. Defensive line by comparison actually kind of does. Yeah. Aaron White, 92 overall. I don't know. I think Virginia might be an improved team, but I don't think they'd be a great team. They don't have enough to rely on offense. Virginia Tech competing in the American still. Max Barnett, 89 overall now. He looks fine. Wide receiver room is fine. Oh yeah, offensive line is going to be just fine. One of those sub in the left tackle situations. Yeah. Defensive line. Yeah, that's solid enough. Linebacker. Yeah, solid linebackers too. Corners are alright. Free safety is good. Strong safety is fine. Yeah, Virginia Tech could probably win that conference. Win that division, no problem. I would imagine. Who else is up there? Temple. Anyway, Bobby Staples at Wake Forest. Constantine Boone's still there. He should be good. Coming back, 95 overall. Bobby Staples. How many Bobbies do we have as running backs? Anyway, Bobby Staples should be good. Wide receiving room is reliable. Another, if the O-line isn't that good, just subbing the left tackles, but the O-line is fine enough. Right tackle, Jared Fitzgerald, 94 overall. Yeah, I don't know. This team looks fine. Wake Forest. Good linebackers. Strong free safeties. All right, Washington. How are they looking? Neckery Reed, 90 overall. He had an interception problem. How many did he throw? Just 12? I think we saw like half of those live. He threw a lot of them. They lost their running back Percy Hector. And Percy Hector was not drafted? That's crazy. Good wide receivers. Oh yeah, look at this. This offensive line will be set. Defensive line. Yeah, defensive line will be just fine. Linebackers starting off pretty good. So, I don't know. Washington's set up to be another good team. Yeah. Washington should be just fine. What do we have left? Still quite a few. Washington State, Ross Hale still there. 91 overall. Do they have the receivers to rely on? Yeah, actually. They should be fine. I mean, I say this about so many teams, so not everybody can be fine or good. But it looks like so many of these teams will be. Like, look at Washington State. They look like they could be good. Well, till it comes to defense. Secondary is not the best, but they're not the worst we've seen. West Virginia, Austin Jake up to a 92 overall. Barris Simmons takes over for Parker Kenny at the quarterback position. This team looks pretty good. Yeah, they do. Watch out for West Virginia. A million left tackles. Just put them in at one of these positions instead. Defensive line, not so special. Linebacker, okay, solid in the middle. Corners, yeah. Strong safety, very bad. The offense could be good. Western Kentucky. What's their quarterbacks? Leland Turner, one of our CFCL recruits. Still not a starter. Western Kentucky. 91 overall, tight end. Overall, right tackle. Defensive line. The defensive tackles look fine. Linebackers, not great. Good free safety. Solid, strong safety. Quarterback, Kelvin Allen takes over at quarterback. Tristan Allen is still the running back there, the Heisman winner. Let's see if he puts up those again. Western Michigan lost some talent to the draft. It does not look like Western Michigan will be quite as good of a team as they were. And they should be alright. But I don't think you can just look at this team and say, yep, they're the G5 auto bid again. Or even MAC champions. You still got some solid pieces. We'll see. Wisconsin. Rainer Reina still there. 93 overall now. Wide receiving room. Pretty good. Tight end room. Fine. Wow, this is going to be a stacked offensive line. Those are really good players. Just put them at those positions. Completely fine. Linebackers. Little weak there. Corners okay. Free safety's not great. Strong safety's fine. Wisconsin probably going to be another fine team, especially some of these players they got. And the last team, Wyoming. Neil Woodruff, the quarterback out there. Wyoming was a pretty bad team, and it does not look like they're much improved. there's some okay players here and there, but I mean, overall, I don't know. And that'll do it for the rosters. I'll go ahead and start downloading this and upload it when it's done. Take another forever, but I also got to check some other stuff, so we'll continue later.